Hello, awesome bosses. This is Aeroica with a video about the Dungeon Boss loot key system. So, ever since the update and the introduction of loot keys into the Dungeon Boss game, there seemed to be a lot of people who didn't quite understand how they're used. It became such an epidemic that asking what loot keys were for quickly became a method of trolling in chat, and it was hard to differentiate between who was trolling and who was legitimately asking the question. Nowadays, it seems that when people ask this question, very few players will provide an answer anymore, partly because they think it's a troll, but more than likely because they're tired of typing the answer. This video will attempt to answer all the questions you might have about loot keys, including where to use them and how to get them. So when the update was installed, every one of the campaign dungeons had a new star ranking system, which will note your level of perfection in clearing that dungeon. Perform poorly and you get a single star. Do well and you get 2 stars. Clear the entire dungeon without the death of any one of your heroes and all 3 stars are yours. Keep in mind, if one of your heroes is killed and you use a resurrect potion, you will not get the 3rd star even if you complete the dungeon. Once you have all 3 stars on a particular dungeon, the next time you attempt to access it for a token, evo, or just XP, you'll have another option available. Sure, you can run the dungeon again just like before using the same enter button. However, if time is a concern, or you just don't feel like grinding your way to the end of a dungeon for the 1000th time trying to get that token, you can use the quick loot option to fast forward through all that mess and get straight to the good stuff. Without dirtying up your sword, wand, or disembodied arm, whatever, you can have instant access to the treasure chest just as if you had run the entire dungeon from start to finish. While you still have to pay the energy cost for that dungeon, your loot drop is still based on the same loot percentages, and anything that is able to drop in the dungeon can drop in the treasure chest when you use the loot key. The only time this is not true is during any kind of special event, like that of the annual Halloween event, Haunted Halls, where normal dungeons have the chance to spawn the Zombie Lord, and if you successfully defeat him, you'll get credit towards a quest that will give you some of his tokens. In this case, you can't be lazy and you'll have to suit up and do battle if you want that prize. There are only a few instances and areas where you cannot use a loot key. First, you have to get 3 stars on the dungeon. Any less than that, and the option for the loot key will not display. Also, dungeons on the Evo Island, Gold Island, and XP Island won't allow you to use keys there either, as they're set up as a daily event and they can't be accessed more than once in a 24-hour period. Even if you 3-star it, the option will simply not be there. Additionally, as I stated earlier, any special events will more than likely be barred from having the loot key option available, and you'll have to run them on your own. So where do you get these keys we've been talking about? Well, when the update was first installed, you'll have a new quest line called Chapter All-Star, where you can get gems, tokens, and of course loot keys for completing them. Each campaign chapter will spawn a new quest once you complete at least one of the dungeons with 3 stars. Additionally, loot keys also drop randomly from any treasure chest in any campaign dungeon. And finally, if you're a VIP member, you will also get up to 20 keys each day you log in as part of your perks reward. Believe it or not, these keys add up rather quickly, and you'll more than likely find that you have more keys than energy, which is probably by design in an effort to get people to spend gems on energy refills. The nice thing is, if you have more energy than time to play the game, you can quickly blaze through a few dungeons using the keys to stay on top of your hero development. I hope you found this video helpful and that it answered all of your questions about loot keys. If it did, click subscribe and maybe take a few seconds to like and comment. Even if it didn't, still subscribe. There's other videos that'll be coming out. Next time you're in the Dungeon Boss game, say hi in chat. My player name is Aeroica. Thank you for watching my channel, and I will see you at the next video.